on this up here where it says offline. And then once your stream starts going through, it's going to say starting. And then right now it is telling me that I am live. So one thing you can do is you can test your audio sync right here on this, or you can also test your audio sync. Then once your stream is over, all you have to do is go back into OBS and you hit stop streaming, stream, which would be whatever your channel is, /live. Then once your stream is over, all you have to do is go back into OBS and you hit stop streaming. And then from there, YouTube will close everything else down. And then you are taken care of and your first stream is complete. This video is part of a playlist on how to live stream on YouTube. So if you want to learn more advanced options inside of OBS, make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscribe.
It's time for Whxtes.
Hey, what's up guys? Jerry here, aka Barnacles, and in this episode of Tech Tip, I will be showing you how to set up your very first live course even. So if you cannot figure out how to set up a live stream at the end of this tutorial, then I am a horrible teacher. Now, there are a lot of different software packages that you can use for live streaming. Stuff like XSplit, the built-in NVIDIA experience. You can also use Steam, even has live streaming capabilities. But they're all severely limited in the personalization of that live stream. And they're more just focused towards just streaming the gameplay and your voice. And there's some other elements that I like to add to that. So my favorite software that I use is called Open Broadcaster Software. And it's actually freely available in this tutorial. You can see the meters going up and down as I'm talking because my voice is actually mapped because it's using the default microphone on the system. You can opt to change that to something else if you want, but that's the default configuration. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do here is we want to add a source to our scene. So we're going to right-click on the sources box. We're going to go to Add. And you see you can capture windows, you can capture a monitor, you can put an image on there, you can put text over it. You can even do video capture devices like webcams and capture cards. So we're going to do a video capture device. We're going to just call this webcam. And then you can see a list of drop downs. This system only has one webcam. It's phone on the web. So let's say that rename scene, just so I know what it is. And we're just going to say full webcam. It doesn't matter. You can type in whatever you want. And now I'm going to create a new scene. I'm going to right click on this box, say add another scene, and we're going to call this gameplay with webcam. So now I have two scenes in my project. So you can see gameplay with webcam has nothing, full webcam has me. See? Nothing. And I can switch between them while I'm live streaming, which is really cool. All right, so now I want to add a source, so we're going to go ahead and add my webcam again. So go to Video Capture Devices. We'll just do webcam again. Edit Scene. When you click Edit Scene down here at the bottom of the screen, you get a light red box around the video. And what this allows you to do is drag it and resize it. So now I can put my video down here if I want. I can put my video up here if I want. But then we just got a black screen back here. So we actually need some gameplay now. So let's go ahead and open a game. I'm going to open up Castle Crashers. Okay, now before I start, I can put my video up here if I want. But then we just got a black screen back here. So we actually need some gameplay now. So let's go ahead and open a game. I'm going to open up Castle Crashers. Okay, now before I start the game, I'm going to hold down the Alt key and press Enter, which is going to make the game go into a windowed mode. Now, you can also Alt-Tab out of the game, but I find this method works best. Now we're going to go ahead and get OBS back up on the screen, and we're going to add a source. We're going to right-click inside Sources and say Add Game Capture, and we're going to call this Castle Crash. Out of the game, but I find you can also create nothing. You edit scene. When you click Edit, I can put my video up here if I want. But then we just got a black screen back here, so we actually need some gameplay now. So let's go ahead and open a game. I'm going to open up Castle Crashers. Okay, now before I start the game, I'm going to hold down the Alt key and press Enter, which is going to make the game go into a windowed mode. Now, you can also Alt-Tab out. Okay, now I can put my video up here if I want. But then we just got a black screen back here. So we actually need some gameplay now. So let's go ahead and open a game. I'm going to open up Castle Crashers. Okay, now before I start the game, I'm going to hold down the Alt key and press Enter, which is going to make the game go into a windowed mode. Now, you can also Alt-Tab out of the game, but I find this method works best. Now we're going to go ahead and get OBS back up on the screen, and we're going to add a source. We're going to right-click inside Sources and say Add Game Capture, and we're going to call this Castle Crashers. And we're going to add a source. We're going to right-click inside Sources and say Add Game Capture, and we're going to call this Castle Crashers. And you can see it already knows that Castle Crashers is the game that's focused, the last thing that I use. So I'm going to go ahead and just click OK. And now you can see Castle Crashers is actually inside the box. You see that? It's running in the background, and it's running in my broadcaster. Now my webcam got overwritten. You can see because Castle Crashers is at the top of sources. So I'm going to click on webcam. I'm going to right inside the box. You see, Crashers is the game that's focused, the last thing that I use. So I'm going to go ahead and just click OK. And now you can see that Castle Crashers is actually inside the box. You see that? Crashers is the, and we're going to add a source. We're going to right click inside sources and say add game capture. And we're going to call this Castle Crashers. And you can see it already knows that Castle Crashers is the game that's focused, the last thing that I use. So I'm going to go ahead and just click OK. And now you can see that Castle Crashers is actually inside the box. You see that? It's running in the background, and it's running in my broadcaster. Now my webcam got overwritten. You can see because Castle Crashers is at the top of sources. So I'm going to click on webcam. I'm going to right click and say order and say move up. And there's my webcam again. So now I actually have a webcam on top of the scene. Now a cool tip that I want to show you guys is if you hold down, you have to be in the edits. Now my webcam, and now you can see that Castle Crashers is the game that's focused, the last thing that I use. So I'm going to go ahead and just click OK. And now you can see that Castle Crashers is actually inside the box. You see that? It's running in the background, and it's running in my broadcaster. Now my webcam got overwritten. You can see because Castle Crashers is at the top of sources. So I'm going to click on webcam. I'm going to right click and say order and say move up. And there's my webcam again. So now I actually have a webcam on top of the scene. Now, a cool tip that I want to show you guys inside the box is the game that's focused, the last thing that I use. So I'm going to go ahead and just click OK. And now you can see that Castle Crashers is actually inside the box. You see that? It's running in the background, and it's running in my broadcast. Now my webcam got overwritten. You can see because Castle Crashers is at the top of sources. So I'm going to click on webcam. I'm going to right click and say order and say move up. And there's my webcam again. So now I actually have a webcam on top of the scene. Now, a cool tip that I want to show you guys is if you hold down, you have to be in the edit scene mode. So see this little edit scene button down here? You want to make sure you're in the edit scene mode. You're going to hold down the Alt key and grab the edge, and you can drag it in. See how I'm cropping it? It's not resizing it, it's cropping it. So if you hold the Alt key, you can do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop it in on that side. I'm going to hold the Alt key and drag it on the other side. Hold the Alt key down here at the bottom, drag that up a little bit. And what I'm doing is just trying to get as much of my face in there as possible without the surrounding information. That way we're just not taking up a lot of the screen real estate. So this is probably the default live stream that most of you guys see. And what I can do is during loading screens, I can go ahead and just click full webcam, and it'll switch back to me in full frame. Now I apologize for the lag, guys. Again, I'm doing this on a VM. On your computer, it's not going to be that laggy. So now I can talk to you guys, I can talk to the audience, I can field questions while things are loading, and then when the game is ready to go again, I just click on gameplay with webcam, and it'll go back to that scene. See, here I am. Now obviously when you're in